Hey guys, my name is Anthony, and in today's video I'm going to be bringing back my team. So I've had a few comments from some of you guys who have wanted me to either start on my team or continue to my team. So a lot of you guys who want to see my team content from me didn't actually know that I had already started my team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back and we're going to make some episodes. I'm not going to be as often with this one because I want to upload some of my other content, but I will be sometimes live streaming these episodes as well. So if you want to see the live streams, if you want to see more episodes of my team, then make sure to hit the like button and stick around by subscribing to the channel. So it's been a while since I've been here. I've not really touched this since the last time that we were here. So if you guys have not seen my team content, my team is called BA Motorsports, and right now I believe we're the second worst team. So yeah, we're still the second worst team on the grid. Williams still behind us. They have been making some moves, so we're gonna have to continue making some decent upgrades to really keep ahead of them and move towards Haas and AlphaTauri. I think Williams are our current rivals. I did choose Williams to be our rivals, and I chose George Russell to be my actual driver rival. So yeah, as you can see, the engine components are not looking great. We're gonna really have to work on the durability this season. And as you can see, these are the sponsors that we've currently got. We just have to complete 50 laps during the race weekend and 30 laps during the practice for the sort of secondary sponsors. And if we look at the sort of customization of the car and the team, so this is what the livery is looking like right now. This is probably what the livery is going to look like for the rest of the season. Depending, I might change the livery mid-season, but I'm definitely going to be changing the livery for next season. We've got some sponsors there. The car is looking okay. I am going to change some of the sponsors when I get some more in. But yeah, if we look at the current standings, we're actually currently sitting in 7th place with 20 points, and we're sitting in 5th place right now in the Constructors, even though we're the second worst team. And the reason for that is because I actually got 2nd place at China. China was a pretty crazy race. What happened was it was supposed to rain towards the end of the race, and it actually started raining at the beginning of the race, and because of that strategy we ended up in 2nd place. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to get some more R&D points, and then we're going to make some upgrades after the practice session here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the practice session, and then I'll probably see you guys when I'm doing some more upgrades. If not, then the next time I see you live will be the race, because I will be doing post commentary on the practice sort of session and the qualifying session. So I'll see you guys at the race. Hey guys, so moving on to the practice session and the qualifying session now. Basically, we're just going through the practice programs as usual, and I also was supposed to do a couple of practice laps just to get the sort of sponsor requirements sort of fulfilled. Sadly, I didn't do that. I actually did 2 laps less than I should have. We ended up with 28 laps out of 30 in total, so we didn't actually do the amount of practice laps that we should have. So that's a bit of a shame, but next time I'm gonna make sure that we get over that 30 lap threshold. But I wanted to sort of use this space to sort of ask you guys, if you've got any advice for me when it comes to my team, then please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, because I know that other creators are sort of really stuck into their my teams right now. You've got some of them who are, you know, even getting into the sort of halfway stage of season 2, whereas I've barely gotten through, you know, season 1. So there's a lot that I don't really know about when it comes to my team, because I don't really watch other content creators when it comes to the my team stuff. So if you guys do, and you know, there's some things that I should be doing, or there's some things that I shouldn't be doing when it comes to my team, then again, just please let me know in the comment section down below, so that I can make this sort of my team series as entertaining for you guys, so that I'm doing the right things. I'm not doing something that's totally stupid. So once again, just let me know in the comment section if there's anything that I really should be doing versus things that I shouldn't be doing, especially when it comes to like the headquarters, you know, the sponsors and stuff like that. When it comes to the actual business side of it, let me know what I should be doing. So moving on to qualifying now. As you can see, we're doing our first lap here, which I did invalidate. I can't remember if I invalidated that at the first corner or something like that, but I decided to continue doing the lap anyway, just to see what sort of time we'd get. And you know, as you can see, there was a few sort of detrimental mistakes that I made when it came to this lap. So you know, I definitely knew that we could have found quite a bit more time when it came to this first lap, and we did end up finding a little bit more time. So this second lap actually is the best lap that I did in the session. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to leave you guys here and let you guys see the lap uninterrupted without me talking or anything like that, so that you can see what a lap of Spain should look like. So let's get into it.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
So coming up to the final couple of corners now, this was a decent lap. There definitely was time on the table, and I definitely think I could have made a few more positions than what I ended up qualifying in at the end. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys now for the actual race, and I'll see you guys there.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya then, a high-speed 2.89-mile circuit which demands an efficient downforce package and bravery on the part of the driver, especially through the blind right of turn 9, which we might just see taken flat this weekend. And joining me once again in the commentary box today is, of course, the former World Endurance Champion, Anthony Davidson.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? Besides that, of course, any kind of turn 1 incident could completely turn the race on its head. Let's keep our fingers crossed everyone can get through in one piece.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Albon, Ricciardo, Perez, Sainz and Esteban Ocon, Norris, Stroll, Daniel Kvyat and Raikkonen, Gasly, King, Antonio Giovinazzi and Roman Grosjean, Magnussen, Russell, Latifi and Sergio Sette Camara. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix
Hey guys,
on the way.
we're at the race now, and as you can see, we're starting P16. I thought we could have actually gotten a little bit further up the grid than that. A little bit disappointed about that. But either way, you know, it is what it is, and we're going to be doing shorter races from now on, unless I say otherwise, really. When I have the time, I'll do longer races, 50% races, but until then, usually we're going to do 25% races, just because, you know, I've got other stuff that I want to do during the day, and I've not really got the time to be doing career mode all the time, and career mode isn't necessarily my main focus on the channel. So yeah, as you can see, 17 laps, we're going to have 18 laps of fuel. It is going to be a standard soft to mediums because we're only doing the 25%. But yeah, in terms of our performance for our teammate, Sette Camara's not doing well, so maybe if you guys think that I should maybe try and find somebody else, maybe a different driver on the grid to sort of bring in. I'm not feeling as if he's doing as well as me. I don't know, it's just I feel as if we're going along a Max Verstappen, Alex Albon sort of situation right now, where I'm pushing the car beyond limits, whereas he's sort of struggling to really keep up. So, you know, we may end up changing our teammate, but for now we'll stick with him, and hopefully as the car improves, so will he. So yeah, let's get into this race, and hopefully we can have a good one. And I'm not sure if we're going to score any points. I'm not sure if the race is long enough for that, but hopefully we can get some good and clean battles with some of the other drivers. Here we go now. 2 lates, 3, 4, 5. And away we go. That was a long one. Got a lot of wheel spin there. A bit impatient. But second half of that start was okay. Dive down the inside of these guys here. There we go, we've got the inside line for turn 3, so we should get the advantage over, who is that? Gasly. I've noticed when it comes to starts, we've been really battling with the Alfa Romeos and the Alfa Tauris recently. Instead of the Williams, like we should be. Ooh. Outbroke myself there, but it turns into a move. Gonna squeeze him out, make sure we get the move done. And we're currently in 13th. So we've made up 3 positions in less than 2 sectors, so I'm not exactly disappointed with that. Oh, a bit of understeer going through that. I think it's the... well, it shouldn't be the amount of fuel we've got. Oh, a little bit of a dirty move there on Norris. But we'll take it. We can get every single position we can get. Need to stick inside the DRS here of Ocon. Don't want to lose that. There we go. First lap done. We've made up 5 positions. Our move on Norris wasn't exactly the cleanest, but we'll take it either way. Looking now just to hopefully stay within Ocon's DRS. I'm not sure. The Renault is a lot quicker than us, so I don't know if we're going to be really able to stay in it. So we're going to be in trouble come lap 3. Alright, so it's lap 3 now. DRS is available. However, we're only 1.3 seconds behind Ocon here. So if we can get a good couple of laps in, and even maybe think about going for an undercut, we could get in his DRS come pit window. Alright, well, we're under attack from Norris here, so I'm going to have to try and defend this. I do want to keep this position. Okay, there we go. Managed to get it. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to go for sort of undercut here or something. Because it could get me a little bit closer to the point scoring positions. I'm not inside the DRS, but nor is Norris actually. I think that little battle allowed us to get some space. I swear I'm penalty prone when it comes to this game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to box in for this lap. Go straight on the mediums. And then just try and get an undercut. Hopefully we don't end up in traffic. We shouldn't do. Because we're not exactly that far away from the back runners. So we shouldn't really end up in traffic. Which means we should get some clean air to really do a little bit of pushing. Hopefully try and get some significant undercut on Ocon, who is already 3 seconds ahead of us. Oh, that's Charles Leclerc out of the Grand Prix. Just one of the Ferraris, which means I think that puts us in points position if we can stop making a mess of whatever this is. And there he is, Charles Leclerc out of the Grand Prix, and since he's in the Ferrari, he was one of the top guys. So that means if we can get at least our position back, we should be in 10th place, meaning that we're in the points. All depends on my driving here, which is not going that well, to be honest with you guys. I've not really been playing with my team car, so I'm not used to the amount of understeer it has. Got a 2.5 second gap on him, so I'm not sure how far he was before. Can't really gauge based on him. It's more Ocon, I believe, or Ricardo. I can't remember which Renault driver it was. I think it was Ocon. I can gauge really how well this early pit strategy has gone. Alright, here's everyone. Oh, we're just coming out in front of Gasly here. Didn't really get much of an undercut on Ocon at all. I think it was because my outlap was so poor. Well, actually, we're 1.9 seconds behind him. I believe we were 3 seconds behind him before the pit stop. But considering that the Renault is a lot faster than us, he's probably going to pull that gap back out relatively quickly. Right, I didn't see anybody in the pits at the lap, so I'm assuming that means that everyone's pitted already. Which means we're still in 11th place. I believe we was in 11th place before pit stop, and with Charles Leclerc retiring, we should have been in 10th, but I'm not sure. Maybe someone else got a huge undercut, I don't know, or overcut even. I have no idea. We've not got a lot of fuel left. And Gasly's right behind us now. I'm hoping that the dirty air really keeps him behind us. Because if this was F1 2019, he would have probably already passed us by now. Because there wasn't practically any dirty air in that game. But this game, the dirty air really does help you if you're the car in front. I've actually just noticed there's a little bit of a train going on around here. I think there's about 5 or 6 cars behind me. Alright, looks like we're going to have to start thinking about changing our gearbox. This is the 6th race, right? I'm pretty sure that the gearbox is only last 6 races, so we should be able to change it after this, I believe. I mean, usually it would be Monaco, but considering there's more tracks, I know we're only doing 16 tracks per season, but I'm pretty sure this is the 6th race, right? I may be wrong. Here comes Gasly again. Try and brake later than him on the outside this time. And we managed to keep the position. So hopefully if we can keep doing this for the next couple of laps, we can secure this 11th place. 10th place is off the cards right now. We're not going to score points in this race, sadly. But as long as we can be at the top of the non-point scorers, then I'll say it's a job well done. Gained 5 positions, I believe, in this race, so I'd like to keep that. He's a lot closer this time, so we're going to have to use quite a lot of overtake just to keep him behind. Here he comes. Brake late. Didn't know if he was already alongside me there, so I had to leave some room. I did see red flash across my screen, so I'm assuming he was. He's a lot further behind this time, so I don't need to use as much overtake. Luckily, it seems as if as long as we're able to keep Gasly behind us for this first corner, then we keep the position. So if we can do that on this final lap coming up, then 11th place should be really ours. Which again, it's not really good because it's not points, but considering that we're the second slowest car on the grid, I think 11th place is alright. Alright, here we go. He's only 4 tenths behind us. I think we're going to have to use the final little bit of our overtake button and defend. Here he comes. And we keep the position. Alright, so as long as I could just bring the car home, we should secure 11th place, which is pretty good. I'm relatively happy with that, considering. Though the top 10 are absolutely gone. 13 seconds Norris is ahead of me. I generally think there's about 8 cars here. Here we go. Valtteri Bottas wins the race. Max Verstappen getting the fastest lap. That's an extra point for Red Bull.
13.7 seconds.
I'm surprised that Lewis didn't win this, to be honest. I think Lewis won the last couple. Here we go. Final couple of corners. And there you go, we managed to keep it. So 11th place for us, no points, but still a decent finish, I guess, for us.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Okay guys, so there's the results. Valtteri Bottas winning the race and then Sebastian Vettel getting second place. Not really realistic in real life, but yeah. Lewis Hamilton rounds off the podium with Max Verstappen getting the fastest lap, so he gets that extra point for Red Bull in 4th place. And Alex Albon in 5th, Perez in 6th, Ricciardo in 7th, Sainz in 8th, Ocon in 9th, and Lando Norris rounding out the point scorers. And then we've got myself here in 11th place, Lance Stroll, Gasly, Raikkonen, Kvyat, Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Magnussen, Sete Camara, George Russell, Nicholas Latifi, and then Charles Leclerc being the only retirement of this race. So our teammate managed to beat the Williams, so that's, I guess that's good considering Williams are our rivals. Moving on to the standings, we've still got 20 points, but because we didn't really score any points, we've been overtaken by Carlos Sainz now, who has a couple of points more than us. Sergio Perez did finish behind us, I believe, so yep, stuck on 20 points together. Moving on to the Constructors, we moved down to 7th place in the Constructors. However, we're still 7 points ahead of AlphaTauri. So, that's pretty good. Again, Williams is supposed to be our main competitors, and yet we're here competing with Renault and AlphaTauri. So we must be doing something, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back into HQ and see if we could maybe do a little bit of upgrades, because we didn't do upgrades during practice. So let's see where we can improve the car.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Yeah, it did. We did get a little bit of a dirty move on Norris, I believe. But yeah, no, we did make a good couple of positions. I wouldn't say that the car was really nimble. I guess our main sort of advantage right now is our power supply.
You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you?
Well, when you've got a good team behind you, it doesn't really matter really what the expectations are. You're going to be able to smash any sort of expectations that you may have when you've got a really solid team behind you. So I definitely think that the reason why we're doing that is because we've got a good team. So yeah, no, I don't think anyone's going to stop us right now.
How do you feel the competition is for you this season?
Yeah, well, right now our main competitors are Williams, and I don't think they've really been giving me personally much of a challenge, to be honest. They are doing pretty well in battling with Sete Camara, but in terms of me, it's not as close as I'd like it.
Appreciate your time.
Okay guys, so we're here now at HQ and we've got a sponsorship renewal. 112 days for this one. I can't remember which sponsor this is in terms of what we had to do, but I think I'll renew the contract just because we've been getting quite a bit of decent money from them. There we go, we've done that. Looking at some of our facilities, we've got level 1 in durability in our powertrain. We should probably think about upgrading one of these relatively soon, but I think we should really focus on the R&D. We've got 2,000 points that we could use to our disposal. So I think we're going to work on the chassis here. This will be developed by the Canadian GP, so that's not too bad. Get that started. And we'll also work on probably the worst components of our car, which is the aerodynamics. We're looking at, I think we should really focus on these two maybe. Alright. Oh, we have a department capacity. Oh, right. So I think we can only really start upgrading more once we've upgraded one of our facilities. So that's what we're really going to be able to do in terms of the more useful upgrades. I'm going to upgrade the gearbox durability to level 2. Oh, we don't have enough points, so I guess we aren't doing that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, well, we can work a little bit on our engine components, so we'll just do that. And that will come in for the Canadian GP as well. So yeah, okay, so this is the sponsor where we had to complete 50 laps during the race. Yeah, they're a pretty good sponsor. They do give a lot of money during the week, so we'll keep that. We didn't do enough practice laps, sadly. We only did 28. I should have done a couple of more laps really, and then we would have got the money from that. So I really need to focus on doing a little bit more laps in practice, or else we're not going to be getting that money that we really need. So looking at the actual facilities now, I was thinking maybe we could actually upgrade one of these. I'm not sure. Do want to start upgrading as much as we can when it comes to the aerodynamics, so maybe we should work on this. Increase the number of simultaneous upgrades. So yeah, I think we should get that. And that will come in for the 16th of May, which is in a couple of days time before the Monaco GP. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things off screen, but I'm going to leave the video here. If you want to see more My Team videos similar to this, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Sorry for these sort of shorter episodes, it's just as I don't have a lot of time right now as I want to do other stuff on the channel. I am sticking to the 25%, but when I do live streams, I will be doing 50% races for you guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video.